Looks like Luna Classic once again is on a moon mission, but what's going on? Well, guess what? We're going to break it all down for you in this video. So let's get it. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cryptocurrency, as well as Terra Luna Classic and all the news surrounding it. But today, Terra Luna Classic's been on an absolute monumental rampage, over 18%. At the time of recording this video, we broke that zero and maintained our upward movement. And is there more to come? What's going on? I'm going to try and break it down for you in this video. But taking a quick look at the market, we're down just marginally 1.65, down about 0.3. Bitcoin hovering below that $43,000 mark, which even makes the Luna Classic move very, very interesting indeed. So much so that if we scroll all the way down to the bottom here, we get to the 94th highest ranked cryptocurrency. There is Terra Luna Classic breaking back into the top 100 with a significant spike in volume. This is important to reference. You can see there $114 million on a market cap back around that 856 range. So very, very good news for Luna Classic. And more importantly, we had that Binance burn that came in the other day, about 2.3 billion coins. But it does feel like there is something going on at Binance. There is definitely some movement jigging around. There's some kind of thing. We're trying to break it down for you in this video, but Luna Classic is on the move. So when we take a look at a couple of the reasons as to why we think it is, well, we got that Binance burn the other day that we were talking about. Ultimately here you see this big move through about 2.148 billion tokens. But I've been talking about this for a while now. We see a continuation though of some pretty heavy sums going into the staking pool. However, we have had some move out. This is always the case. This has been going up every single day. Whenever the price of Luna Classic moves, people unstake. It's absolutely the most silly thing to do because you've still got to wait 21 days until you can do it. But we see this outflow from Luna Classic. Well, here is one thing that is very, very interesting. In terms of the station, we've put a vote across compulsory KYC for all Luna Classic L1 developers. Very, very interesting. This one absolutely rocketed through that pass threshold. And I think very, very important. Why is it important? Ultimately, if you are going to come and build on the chain, you must KYC yourself. Therefore, your intention should only be to enhance and ultimately develop the chain. I think for the longest time, we've had a lot of people that have bad actors in the space that want our money. And now it feels a bit more serious. It feels like there's a genuineness about what we're doing and how we are going to do it. Bear in mind, we had all of those issues with revoking certain governance proposals. Are we going to see an L1 team doing? People asking for money after the event, all sorts of crazy nonsense stuff. This will be very interesting as we get this KYC and how that comes through. Don't forget as well, we talked about this in a previous video, but Chris Armani, the head of Terraform Labs, obviously arguing right now in terms of who should be held responsible for Terraform Labs. Is Dokwane, is Chris Armani one? Very, very interesting news coming out from over there as well. We do know that he has a desire to continue building over there once all of this stuff gets sorted out with the SEC and everything else. And ultimately that Chapter 11 that's being filed, how we navigate that. Now, a lot of people were in a world that said, well, Chapter 11s mean that that's it, it's done. We've just seen Celsius come back out of the other side of a Chapter 11 and probably going to come out stronger than ever. So don't count your chickens too soon just yet. But let's get to the fun bit. The chart right now on Luna Classic, very, very interesting. A massive break to the upside, breaking that 200 exponential moving average. Huge move on the MACD and the supply line. Very, very important. Like I said, this volume and this spike has pretty much come out of nowhere. But importantly, it's been sustained now for over 8 hours. These are 4-hour candles, 2 4-hour candles, looking very, very good. And we've seen this happen a few times with Luna Classic. We see people get shaked out of positions. We see people just kind of lose faith. And ultimately, out of nowhere, we see this massive spike. So at the minute, I don't think there's one particular thing. I'm definitely digging into what's going on over at Binance. I do believe there is a big amount being held over there. I've talked about Binance what feels like the longest time and how they are, in my view, intrinsically linked into Luna Classic. And I do think it's only a matter of time before we see something come on the other side. Even if you take a look at some of the volume going through, $47.5 million going through that LUNC USDT pair, 42% of the entire volume running through one pair on Binance. They actually control well over 55% of the volume right now going through that chain, and they continue to burn. They continue to help and support the Luna Classic ecosystem. So at the minute, we can only look at this green candle and see where we go. USTC having a 10% run, Luna having a 6.2% run, all very exciting. Is this going to unlock more doors? The KYC could be interesting given that repeg narrative that we've got coming. So at the minute, look, we'll take it for what it is. Above the 200 exponential moving average is a good sign from a technical standpoint. Are we going to see Luna push a little bit more? Well, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Let's get it out there. People are ultimately looking bullish once again on Luna Classic. Keep your eye on Chris Armani over at TFL because I think he's got something to do with it. So Binance, TFL, looks like we get the Luna Classic pump on the back of it. Let me know what you think in the comments though. What's your view of why we are seeing such an aggressive price movement, especially on a Saturday for Luna Classic? And I will obviously see you all in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.